Rabbit, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your general monthly reading for April 2019. I hope that everybody is doing well. The moon is currently in your sign. I'll have a list of the transits in the description box. So if you're interested in seeing, you know, what sign the sun or Venus or something like that is moving into, you can check there. I've been telling the other signs, because I did those videos a couple days ago, that Mars would be moving into Gemini. It already has. It did on yesterday. So as far as the way we move, as far as, you know, the doing things, like physically doing stuff, and we'll be moving a lot faster than we were when Mars was in Taurus. So Pisces, you could find yourself in more social situations, moving a lot faster towards things that, you know, you're thinking about. There's going to be an increase in our intellectual stamina. A lot of us will want to have more talks and conversations and things like that. Especially with Mercury having been retrograde in your sign. It's out of retrograde, it's still in shadow, and it is still in your sign, where it will be until the 17th. So mid-month, with Mercury in Aries and the ruler of Aries being Mars in Gemini, and Mercury being fully out of shadow, the intellectual spirit will really, really pick up. The desire, like I said, to mingle and have a good time. We just have to be careful that we don't try to do so much at one time that nothing ever really gets done. With Mercury being in Aries, we think fast, we talk fast, we're blunt, brazen, all of those things. And Mars being in Gemini, we will move hella quick to back these words and thoughts. So, you know, you kind of gotta be mindful of that. But right now I'm here for it. I really am. I'm here for it. So all I say is make good choices, make good decisions, and let's just get ready to spark it up. It's springtime. Let's get ready to move a little bit faster. Even though I must mention, we have 3 planets that will retrograde, and that'll all be in the description. So I'm not going to get into it. We're already 3 minutes and 20 seconds in. Let's get started. All right. So Pisces, we got the 9 of Pentacles reversed. And this is Pisces, this is you, and this is the embodiment of you. With the 9 of Pisces reversed, this is a Venus and Virgo card, which is a little bit funny because Venus is in Pisces right now, and Pisces is the opposite of Virgo. So when it comes to what we're attracted to, what makes us feel comfortable, our artistic nature, all of those things that Venus represent, love, romance, we may be either feeling like we don't necessarily have every single little thing we need, or we could be feeling like, well, we've really worked hard enough towards these things and I can chill now. You can't. Whatever you did to get them is what you need to do to keep them. Whoever is, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. Don't rest on your laurels. And the 9 of Pentacles could say that or that one is resting on their laurels because they know they've worked hard. They know they've obtained some things, but there's always going to be a need to maintain those things that you get. The other thing could be the fact that with Venus being in the opposite sign of Virgo, which is what we said this card is, maybe, I mean, it's a good thing that with Venus and Pisces, you're not so focused on the details on every little single, you know, that whole nitpicky thing that Venus Virgo can do. And I know personally my Venus is in Virgo, and I'm finding that people don't like that position. I don't know if I'm having the greatest time with it. I don't feel really one way about it or another, except that, man, it's killer for my OCD. Having Venus in Virgo is a trip. But, people really don't like it. And I think it's because we can be so nitpicky and even a bit standoffish. But we tend to show our love through acts of service, as opposed to how Venus in Pisces, it's exalted in Pisces. It's in its detriment in Virgo, meaning, that it's all nice and warm and fuzzy and happy there in Venus. But Venus struggles. And I'm sorry. It's all nice, warm, happy, and fuzzy in Pisces. But it struggles in Virgo. So this Nine of Pentacles is reversed is certainly sometimes where I want to be, where you're not paying so much attention to every little single thing. That can drive you crazy. And while you are spending all of this time concentrating on, this, that, just every little thing, you never get to the big picture. You can never see the picture as a whole because you're too busy worrying about, oh, that grape is hanging too low, or that nail isn't done. Trust me, I know. With the card being reversed like this, that could say that the opposite is happening, and that you, in the month of April, will be enjoying the things that you desire unconditionally, without paying attention to the details. That's a double-edged sword. Everything's a double-edged sword. But I promise you, if you ask my opinion, and I don't think anybody has, I would much rather do that Venus and Pisces thing a lot of times. It's not for no reason that Venus is exalted in Pisces. It's not. It's a thing. It really is. It's just something that sometimes we can get caught up in the illusion. But that's fun. It can be fun if nobody gets hurt, right? All right, next card. All right. Where your money and your work, your financial resources, your professional life, you've got the moon reversed. The moon card is a Pisces card. So far we're cooking with oil. Is that what they say right now? So any fear that you had around your money, or whether or not you had the skills to perform a particular thing, something that may have been bugging you in the workplace, you can see things a bit clearer now, especially when Mercury moves out of your sign on the 17th. So I say mid-month. If you've been having some struggles, Pisces, I say mid-month that things could really start to lighten up, at least in a couple of areas of your life. And you'll be able to just quintessentially be yourself and act in your own nature without the Piscean repercussions, which just can be that illusion, that fog, that not seeing clearly, and to the point where we want to love everything and everybody, or you do, Pisces, to such an extent that you can get hurt, used, or confused. There's no confusion with the moon card reversed. The next card is, all right, it is the Star card reversed. So this is in the place of your romantic life. The Star card reverse could say that the person you're dealing with is not your soulmate, and you're not confused about that. Even though these cards all have positions, there's a bigger picture. That picture I was talking about, not being able to see when you're dealing with Venus and Virgo energy, and you're not. but there's a bigger picture. You're not confused about it or afraid about it anymore. If Pisces, you're dealing with somebody who is not your exact fit, who is not your soulmate, then that's okay. You'll see it for what it is, and you won't nag the details. It just is what it is, and you will, like I said before, go on to just be you in your complete what's the word I'm looking for, just in your nature, period. For you, Pisces, in the month of April, that getting caught up in the fantasy thing may not be a thing for you. You may get a month off. The other thing could be is that you're just simply dealing with somebody who refuses to make themselves vulnerable and open up to you. Like, you could know what they look like naked physically, but do you know what they look like naked? Like from the inside? Or are you able to make that connection with this person? Both of these are major arcana, and they are actually in succession, going backwards, the 18th and the 17th card. So Pisces, you could be coming to an understanding about something that is not what you thought. And you know, all right, it's time to be out. Either way, I don't feel like it's going to keep you down. Not this time. And there's probably been a lot of other times when you weren't kept down, but this time in particular, no, it's just going to be like whatever for you. If it turns out that this person is not who you thought they are or thought they were, and you know, maybe the season of the soulmate fulfillment, whatever lessons there were to be learned between you and this person, is over. And moving on. The next card. It's the Six of Swords reversed. Alright. Now this says not moving on. Yeah, it be that way. You know, it's not always the same. This is other people that you are dealing with. Alright. And other people could very easily be a spouse or a significant other, somebody in your workplace, but it's other people. It's in the position of other people, but we're still looking at this as a whole. The Six of Swords reversed is saying that there's still something missing. There's still this piece or these pieces of information, these facts, these details that keep something from moving forward. Maybe it's what you refuse to focus on. You remember I said that whole not nagging thing? That whole not paying attention to every single detail? This is the Six of Swords kind of backs that up. Now, I would like to say, or I could say that it's just because you don't want to see what it is, but that's not it. With the Moon card reversed, it's pretty clear. I'm looking at this right now as if, you know, if that gets a little complicated. All I'm saying is, I'm going to make this real simple if you're not into astrology. Geocentric, look that up in regards to astrology. I'm not going to get into it because it's going to throw people that aren't really into that off. But let's just say that you're standing here and you're looking at the heavens, the planets, the stars from here. That's geocentric. I hope I say that word right. Anyway, and that's how we look at astrology when we do charts. It's kind of like we're right here on Earth and we're looking at everything else around us. Even though everything revolves around the sun, the way we look at it to do astrology is we're here and we're looking all around us. So I was saying all of that to say the reason that I feel as if it's not a matter of things being unclear is because when we look at this full moon in this position, it's closer to you. You can see better. It's like a super moon. And we had 3 of them. We had our last one last month, that full moon in Libra, which we're having another full moon in Libra at the 29th degree, which is the anaretic degree this month. So it's not a super moon this month, but maybe you've already been exposed to all the information that you need to be exposed to. And when it comes to other people, maybe you don't even want to move forward. There's nothing else to see here. It's like they say, nothing to see here, people. Keep it moving. Nothing to see here. So no reason to keep it moving in that direction when it comes to other people. I feel like whoever it is that you could be dealing with, whether that is your significant other, whether that's somebody at work, it's just other people. They don't want you to see it. And I think that Pisces, you just really don't give a damn about it. And they feel like them keeping you from all of the facts and figures keeps you from moving forward without realizing that you're like, I'm good where I am. I'm straight. The next card, this is your superpower, which is the Page of Rods. Your superpower is how you get through these things. The Page of Rods says start a different direction. Start a different journey. Start something completely new and uncharted. You came, you saw, you kicked it. Your flag has already been planted somewhere, and I've just got this feeling that you are kind of over a particular thing altogether. The more I look at these cards, I just feel like overall, Pisces, it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm good. And your superpower is going to be acknowledged that you're good. You're still supported, even if it's only by yourself. But you're confident enough, you're passionate enough, you're looking good out here in these streets, and there's a new direction to pursue. The outcome. Okay, the outcome, did I do it? It was this way, right? Yeah. Is the Temperance card reversed. You could be feeling a little impatient. That is and not quite as level-headed, or you could be dealing with the situation that with you saying I'm cool and I've got everything that I need. The outcome could be that, especially with this in opposition to this, which is the significant other, their romantic life, the outcome could be that you leave somebody a little pissed off. You could be dealing with somebody who sometimes they're okay with it, sometimes they're not. It's like going through a breakup. Say you decide that you don't want to move in the direction of whomever this is anymore. And, you have these multiple conversations with this person. And sometimes it's like, sometimes they're like, okay, I understand, I get it. We have to do what's best for us. And then 2 hours later, you get the text message, you sorry, bleep, 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 I can't believe you did this to me, and bleep, bleep, and the blap, blap, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So you could be dealing with somebody at the end of it all who's not okay, who's not very even-tempered or level-headed. Now, this could also be you in the sense that you're just raring to go your own direction. And, with Mars and Gemini, like I've already talked about, it's going to be difficult to choose any one direction. It could also be difficult to answer to whatever the true calling is, to have patience on your journey forward. Just because you've got so much energy now, and you're so over whatever has held you back, that you're ready to just move on. And that could keep you from being balanced. It's not that you don't see things clear. It's just that I feel like I just get this feeling that Pisces is in a DGAF kind of attitude right now. Don't give a, what. So, that's the way I see it for you, Pisces. If anybody would like to get a personal reading with me, my information is in the description box. You can follow me on Facebook or Twitter. That's it, and I hope to talk to you again next month.